Greenland looks like a frozen island at the top of the map. Trump is treating it like a lever, one that can move NATO, Europe, and the Arctic balance of power. And what you're watching right now isn't a random comment, it's a negotiation campaign. At Davos, Trump revived the Greenland push and wrapped it in one phrase: security. In the WWF transcript, he argues the U.S. needs Greenland for strategic national security and even international security, while also saying he won't use force. Then in comments reported the same week, he described negotiations for an agreement that would give the U.S. total access with no time limit, while calling it still under negotiation. So the message is two-layered. Public layer: it's about security, we'll do it peacefully. Operational layer: we want open-ended access terms. Greenland isn't valuable because of vibes, it's valuable because it sits in the Arctic geometry of defense, space tracking, and great power competition. The U.S. already has a major military footprint there, Pituffik Space Base, formerly Thule Air Base, which supports missile warning and space-related missions tied to broader homeland defense. And in the current Arctic context, Russia's posture, growing interest in Arctic routes, and strategic competition, Greenland becomes a fixed point for detection, early warning, and power projection. So when Trump says security, it's not an empty word, it's a framing device for a very real strategic objective. Let's be precise. We can't claim we know Trump's private thoughts, but we can analyze incentives and patterns. And here's what the pattern suggests. Intention number one: lock in permanent strategic rights without paying the political price. When a leader talks about total access and no time limits, that's not a normal base hosting conversation. That's a push for open-ended leverage. Access that can outlive elections, outlive crises, and outlive goodwill. Intention number two: turn NATO into the delivery mechanism. If this is framed as alliance security, it becomes harder for Denmark or Greenland to say no without being accused of weakening the West. That's why sovereignty becomes the battleground word, because sovereignty blocks the security override. Intention number three: make Europe negotiate from fear, tariffs, retaliation, uncertainty. Reuters notes the Greenland push has been tied to tariff threats and broader market signaling. The point isn't just territory, it's pressure. This is how transactional geopolitics works. Define a security emergency, demand exceptional access. Price the relationship, politically, economically, industrially. Greenland's leaders in Denmark have drawn a simple line: sovereignty is non-negotiable. Reporting this week describes Greenland's PM emphasizing that decisions about the island are made by Greenland and Denmark, not Washington, and that sovereignty is a red line. Denmark's PM has said they can negotiate security cooperation, investment, and economics, but not sovereignty. And that detail matters because it exposes the core conflict. If Trump only wanted more cooperation, this would be a normal diplomatic package. But when the rhetoric escalates toward total access, the other side hears loss of control over land, law, and long-term decision-making. Here are the realistic directions this can go. Scenario one: expanded access, disguised as technical upgrades. More radar, more space tracking, more infrastructure, sold as modernization. The footprint grows, and the paperwork stays ambiguous. Scenario two: alliance deal that politically corners Denmark. If the narrative becomes NATO needs this, Denmark faces alliance pressure. And that doesn't mean sovereignty changes, but it can mean concessions on basing terms, procurement, and long-term commitments. Scenario three: economic coercion. Tariff threats, market jitters, and retaliation rhetoric widen the dispute beyond Greenland into trade and financial signaling. So here's the real question. Is this about defending the Arctic, or about rewriting the rules so smaller allies live under permanent U.S. terms? Because once you normalize total access with no time limit, you don't just change Greenland, you change what alliance means.